they could have swum all the way to Martinique or Jamaica or something like that.
You like swimming to Montega? It's our next destination.
Montega? Sure, why not? We can go to Montega. I can swim there. Oh, Beth, you have to come out here, feel this balmy breeze. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. It's nice. It's warm, too.
The stars are so bright. It looks so close, I feel like I could reach out and touch one of them.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying Dominica.
Love Dominica.
Good.
I love it. Oh, but look, the Big Dipper.
No, that's the Little Dipper.
No.
Yes,
What?
Lily, because if you look over here, there's Orion, the hunter. You can see the stars make up his bow, and the other string of stars make up the arrow.
Where?
Lily, it's right there. It says Orion in stars right across his T-shirt. Can't you see?
Of course, it's T-shirt. I'm gonna get you for that when you leave.
Yeah, when?
Now. Oh no. It's John Lucinda's anniversary. I forgot to call him at the Mona Lisa. What time is it? What time is it?
I don't know. It's dark. I don't know what time it is.
What do you mean it's dark? You have to call them. We should wish them a happy anniversary.
We sent flowers to them. I don't know what my watch. Okay, wait. I got my watch. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, so it's 2 o'clock there. Just a little bit too late to call them.
Yes. I don't want to disturb them.
I don't want them to disturb us.
Lucinda, can I get you something?
No, darling, no, I don't. Where on earth can John have gone to?
Well, he probably just wanted to be alone, you know.
I've never seen him quite like this. If Andy... Oh, I just don't know what he might do if Andy...
Don't worry about it, okay? I mean, everything's going to be fine. I just know it.
I can't find Dr. Dixon. I looked all over the hospital for him. You want me to check the parking lot or outside?
For heaven's sake, he wouldn't go outside the hospital, not when his son is... Sorry.
It's okay. I know it's been a tough night.
You two kids, we have a lot to thank you for. You two probably saved Andy's life. I mean, who knew? Who knew that for months and months he'd been drinking? Who knew?
Aunt Lucinda, I have to tell you something. I did see Andy drinking a couple weeks ago in the video arcade. He had just told me that he had just done it because some of his friends were pressuring him into it and that he just wanted to get them off his back.
Darling, why didn't you tell Uncle?
Well, he begged me not to tell anybody, especially Uncle John. He was very scared about how he would come down on him. He said that it was just a one-time thing, and I believed him. I think now if I had just told Uncle John, then maybe this stuff would never have happened.
Don't blame yourself. You didn't know. You didn't know that he was really drinking.
I did. I was with Pam that night at the video arcade, but I saw him another night, too. One night when I was passing the Hughes house. He was with Paul Stenbeck. Paul was helping him up the stairs. Andy was so drunk he was falling down.
When was this?
I don't know, about a week or so after we saw him at the arcade.
And why didn't you tell me? Whoa.
Lucinda, if you're looking for John, I found him. He's been in the chapel. Oh, okay, thank you. Actually, I think he probably would like to be alone now. Let's just hope his prayers are answered.
Any change?
No, Doctor.
Andy, it's Bob. If you can hear me, open your eyes. Andy, can you move your hand? Son, if you can hear me, try to move your hand.
Hi, Alice.
got here as soon as I could. How is he?
No change. We had him at 3 atmospheres, but so far he hasn't responded.
How long have you been here?
Ever since they brought him in. I was just about to go off duty when we got the call.
I'm so sorry I heard Dr. Hughes.
I'm glad you're here, Meg. Little did we know when we were all in Chicago at that seminar on hyperbaric oxygen therapy that we'd be here tonight, trying to save Andy's life.
The Emmy Award winner, As the World Turns. This portion brought to you today by Bounce, for clothes you can't wait to jump into, and by Pringles potato chips, now in 9 delicious varieties.
What's the oxygen pressure now?
3 atmospheres?
Heart rate?
120, no change.
Respiratory rate?
Still 25.
We'll hold here for another couple of minutes. If there's no improvement, we'll just have to raise the atmospheric level. How is he? He hasn't responded yet.
Having trouble breathing, huh?
Respiratory rate is 25. But he's young and he's strong and he's hanging in there, John.
I don't know how long he was breathing those fumes, Bob, out there in the garage. There's no sign of consciousness at all.
No, not yet.
Right.
But he hasn't been in the chamber very long. And carbon monoxide is going to take a while before he clears his system. Hopefully we'll get some improvement very soon.
He's got to, Bob. He's got to make it. He just has to make it.
John knew absolutely. I mean, he didn't know that Andy was drinking. You know, really, of course, neither did I.
His behavior has been so erratic lately. So unlike himself that I crossed my mind that he could have been taking drugs or drinking. I asked him and he swore up and down that he wasn't. I believed him. Obviously, I shouldn't have.
Why would Andy start drinking now?
According to Kathy Evans, it started sometime last summer. It's gotten worse the past couple of months. She says that he's probably at the point now that he couldn't stop even if he wanted to.
No.
Well,
No, we're not going to give that any.
Kids, I guess, become addicted easier than adults. That must be what happened to you. I cannot believe that he would just stand there and lie to me unless he were really out of control. If only I had understood what was going on. I could have helped him.
Pam just told me, I mean, literally just a few moments ago, that she had seen him drinking and didn't tell anyone.
Thank you for talking to me. I'm going to go see what's going on.
Yes. Why didn't you tell me you saw Andy drunk that night?
Pam, I've got a rule. I try not to get involved with other people's problems. I've got enough of my own.
Yes, but you know that he promised me he would never take a drink again. You know that I was worried about whether or not I had done the right thing.
I'm sorry. Look, I gotta get out of here.
Why?
I can't stand this place. It reminds me of the emergency room back home where I waited with my family. Look, I can't help Andy. I can't help anybody. So let's split.
Mom, I'm sorry. Do you want me to call Tom and Springer?
Oh, what time is it? 2:30. Yeah, I think they would want to know. Go ahead and do that, sweetie.
Okay, what about Grandma?
No, let's not call her yet. She would just want to fly home from London, and there's nothing she can do here.
Okay, well, maybe we'll get better news later on and we can call her then.
Okay. Good. Oh, sweetie, you probably should call Laura, too, and let her know what's going on. She's probably frantic.
Sure.
Yeah, no change, no change. I saw him. He's in the hyperbaric chamber. There's no sign of consciousness. There's no movement. He's just lying there. He's in this big machine. My God, what if he dies?
So wonderful here. Like a whole other world.
Really, there's a real world waiting back home, and we're going to be there really soon.
Let's not talk about that. It's a long way off. There's so much to do before then. Swimming, snorkeling, making love under the stars. And let's not forget swimming to CCR and Bryant in Montego. So let's not talk about the real world, please. What are you thinking about?
The real world.
Yeah.
You think about it sometimes, too.
I don't like to think about it. So many things are so complicated back home.
Because of Holden?
I try not to think about him.
But you do, sometimes. Lily, I'm so happy here with you. Everything is so great. Things between us would be perfect if it weren't for him. And you're not over him yet. I can feel that.
Holden doesn't have what I want. I want what I have with you. Because I love you. And I trust you. And I know that you'll always be kind and gentle and honest with me. Holden is wild. He could never be happy. I don't think he knows how to be happy. I don't think he knows what he wants, and I could never be happy with him. And I could never trust him the way that I trust you.
Lily, there's more to loving someone than trusting them.
I know. My feelings for Holden are crazy sometimes. Maybe that's why it's taking so long for me to get over them. But Ivor says that it takes a lot of time, and I'm doing okay. My life is getting better and better, and I think Holden's is too.
I really want to believe that.
I believe it. Because it's true. I love what we have together.
I love you.
We'll never be free. We're a part of each other.
Holden?
I thought you were asleep.
Well, I was. What are you doing up?
Thinking.
What are you thinking about?
The Visconis. Really burns me up. I'm going to Lucinda's party after all the trouble and aggravation that Maggie went through. I feel sorry for her.
I feel sorry for her, too, but these things happen.
I never thought that I'd be so dependent on others once I had my own business. I'm still at the mercy of the rich.
Well, everybody has to answer to someone, you know? Even Lucinda.
I doubt it. She's gonna get this account away from us because of Barbara Ryan. Franco wants her designs. She's not gonna work with Tonio no matter what we offer her. She hates the guy's guts.
Well, I think she's wrong in blaming Tonio for everything that's happened.
He perjured himself to send her to jail.
No, I don't think that he deliberately lied.
You gotta be kidding me. I don't know when Tonio's lying and when he's not lying. And we're gonna lose this account because of him.
Look, all we have to do is really work on the Viscontis. Now, Angela wants to see the farm. Why don't you just take her out there to see it?
No, I don't think so. You don't know Angela. She's interested in a lot more than just a tour of the farm.
What does that mean?
When I was working for Lucinda and the Viscontis came to town, she came on to me. She managed to get me into this hotel room, into their suite, and she was very clear about what she wanted. Now, I wasn't about to make it with her or anything like that, but, well, it was a bad scene. Luckily, Lucinda got there in time to get me out of it.
Oh, you poor baby. Come on, why do you let it worry you? Europeans are just different about that kind of thing. You can handle yourself, I'm sure.
Well, I personally don't like that kind of thing. Tonio, he's just like Angela. He's got that same sexual attitude.
Well, if you aren't the wonderfully wholesome, red-blooded American male, no decadence for you, right?
You think that's funny?
No. I love you for that. Holden, why don't you come back to bed?
You'll always belong to me, Lily.
You're wrong. I have a life with Dusty now. Your life is with Emily. You've got to accept that.
Holden, please come back to bed, honey. Now, why don't you stop worrying about the Viscontis, Antonio, and start thinking about all the wonderful things that are happening?
Like what?
Let's see, for starters, Seth's wedding. You're going to be his best man. It's going to be beautiful. I mean, come on. Summer wedding out at the farm? What in the world could be more romantic?
Again, I apologize for calling so late, Mr. Bennett, but when I got the message that you had called, I just had to call and find out why. I'm sorry. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, all right. Yeah, fine. Thank you very much again, and good night. Oh, God!
You wake the whole house.
Oh, God. You must think I'm out of my mind calling him in the middle of the night, but when I saw Mama's message, I had to call him, because I'm sure he was going to not publish the book.
All right, that's enough of your paranoia. What does he want?
He really wants to get behind the book. He has a big PR campaign, you know. He wants me to do public appearances and give television interviews. And he's going to throw some big parties so I can meet other people in the business and reviewers and stuff like that. And he wants you to design the cover of the book. Will you do that for me?
Oh, of course I will. I'd be honored.
Oh.
Mr. Bennett must really believe in it, or else he wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, right. Either that or he's afraid that it's going to be a big flop without a lot of hype.
Stop it. You must start believing in yourself, all right?
Right. Oh, God, he's calling back to say he's changed his mind again. Right. Well, who else is going to call at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Hello? Sabrina, it's Franny. I'm sorry to call so late.
That's all right. Are you in Boston?
No, I'm in Oakdale. Sabrina, there's been an accident.
Margaret, before you hang up, will you tell me what this is about? Your note didn't make any sense. You say you love me. What do you mean by unresolved feelings for Hal? Leanne?
I heard you walking around, and I saw the light under the door. Are you all right?
I'm fine now. Don't you think you should get to bed? You probably need some rest, you know.
Well, so do you, Father.
Okay, I'll get some sleep soon.
I know something is troubling you, and it is better to talk about it. That is what you have told me.
Yeah, I guess I have. Come on in. Tell you the truth, I'm worried about Margot.
I am sorry. I wish I could do something.
Well, you are doing something, just being here. I mean, I'm a pretty lucky guy to have such a lovely daughter, who happens to also be beautiful, and was probably the prettiest girl at the party. Did you have a good time?
Yes. Well, at first, but then Paul became very troubled. I think he and Andy had an argument, and then Andy left without saying goodbye.
Well, he's been under a lot of pressure lately. You happen to know what's been bothering him?
No. But he always seemed to have such troubling thoughts. So do you.
Your old man will be fine.
Why do you say old man? You're still very young.
Well, hey, maybe that's smart. Hello?
Tom, it's Franny.
Franny, where are you?
I'm in Oakdale. I'm at Memorial. Tom, there's been an accident. Andy was found in the Dixon's garage tonight. The engine was running, and he was unconscious. He'd been drinking.
Andy? Oh, my God.
Oh, no. 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 Anything but Financial World. Anything but Financial World. Drop it. Drop it. Don't move.
Okay,
Keep your
all
hands
right, I'm not
there.
reading it. I'm not touching it.
You better not, pal. I'll hurt you. Careful.
All right.
Don't move.
I'm not moving.
Ah.
What's wrong with Financial World?
That magazine and I go back a long, long way. Lucinda would give you a subscription for your birthday, of course.
I happen to love that birthday present. I thought it was a great idea.
Oh, yeah?
What's the problem with it?
I'll tell you. You want to know? Okay. When I was a little girl, I'd have a bad dream or get freaked out by a thunderstorm, which happened a lot, you know. I'd go into Lucinda's room and I'd see her reading Financial World or reading some financial reports or something, and all I wanted her to do was just cuddle me and tell me that everything was okay. Just tell me a story and say everything was all right. Well, you know, once she did read me a financial report from that magazine, and I have to tell you that my fear was replaced by sheer boredom, and I fell fast asleep.
Okay. I promise that I'll never read you any financial reports in bed, okay?
You say that now. You say that, but I know you're interested in this stuff just as much as she is.
Well, I'm interested, but I'm not obsessed with it.
I see how it works. I know. She sees you, a bright, young man interested in business, and she dangles that carrot in front of your nose. I saw it with Craig, I saw it with Holden, and it's a game to her. I'm warning you.
Wait a second. I'm not Craig, and I'm not Holden. She can't tempt me with money because I have my own, and I'm not interested in any of that power play garbage.
I hope not.
The reason that Holden got caught up is because before this, Holden had nothing. With me, it's a completely different situation.
Okay. All right.
All right?
Yes. I just want you to know how I feel about you being Lucinda's new protege. Myth. Oh, I hope the party went off okay.
Yeah.
Really. And I hope she forgives us when we go home for not being there.
I'm sure she already has.
I hope Andy and Pam replace Sierra and me a little bit. Here.
Thanks.
Welcome. Why did you get so upset in emergency?
I told you. I remembered waiting in places like that with my family. I guess it just brought it all back.
Was it because of your dad?
I don't like to think about it. I can still remember my mother's face, the suffering. When I look at Kim Hughes now, it's the same thing. My mom was a strong woman, but...
Are you getting one of those headaches again?
Yeah, it's a killer.
Well, let me go get you something.
Oh, no, don't. It's not going to do any good anyway. I just shouldn't have started talking about my family. The best thing is to just put it out of my mind.
No. The best thing is not to put those kind of things out of your mind just because they hurt you. You've got to talk about them. If you don't want to talk about it, maybe you should go home and get some sleep.
No, I'd rather stay here with you.
I should go back. Aunt Lucinda may need me.
I'll go with you. Maybe you'll need me. You've helped me out too many times for me to let you go by yourself.
Hey, is there any word?
No, I'm just here to get coffee for everybody.
Is Uncle John back?
Yeah, I saw Andy. It hit him pretty hard. Lucinda's with him.
Are you sure you want to come with me? Okay. We'll see you later.
Mother, I'm so sorry. Is there any news? Serena. Oh, I'm so glad you came. I'm glad to see you both. Hi. Have you seen Andy? No, not yet.
Franny didn't tell us much on the phone. What happened?
Well, he has acute carbon monoxide poisoning. They're trying to detoxify him now by giving him oxygen in a pressure chamber. It's a new kind of treatment your father's in charge of.
Look, how did this happen?
Andy was drinking at the party. I guess when he got to John's house, he drove into the garage and he passed out in the car before he turned off the motor.
Drinking?
I guess it's not an isolated incident.
I knew he was troubled, but I had no idea.
Oh, Tom.
And we came as soon as we heard.
There's all I can do to help, although I feel quite helpless.
I'm a doctor. I feel very helpless. I went down there tonight and I found him lying there on the ground in the garage so lifeless. I thought he was dead. I couldn't believe it. And he looks just the same in there, this tank. Cold steel glass. I can't talk to him. I can't touch him.
I'm sorry, darling.
I knew there was something wrong. I knew he was hurting. I should have found out what it was, and maybe I could have helped him.
No, it's not your fault. He kept it from you.
I'm going to go back in if he regains consciousness. I want to be there.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Mountain-grown Folgers Coffee. Folgers, the best part of waking up. And by Duncan Hines' family of baking mix products. They're so irresistible, you'll see why you can't help yourself. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
I really don't have anything new to report. It's just that he's holding his own.
Has he been conscious?
No, but the amount of alcohol in his system is an additional depressant. I've got to get back in there. Honey, if you want to see him, you can come in now.
No, don't. Do me a favor. Don't go in there, Tori.
Well, I want to be with him.
I've been in there. He's in this pressurized chamber. He's sealed off from everyone. You cannot touch him. You have to talk to him over a microphone.
Well, but it might help him to know that I was there.
But he won't even know that. Look, if he regains consciousness, I'll let you know. But don't put yourself through seeing him.
John, I don't need protecting.
Please, look, if there's a change in his condition, I'll let you know, all right? Here.
Pictures of that little boy just keep flashing in my mind. Andy was a beautiful little boy. He was just always so affectionate and so happy. Why Why didn't I understand what was going on?
Mother, we all keep asking ourselves the same question, but it doesn't do any good.
Can I get you some coffee, Kim?
No.
Well, I could really use some. Anybody else want some?
Oh, no, we have something coming.
Okay.
I'll go with you.
All right. Hi.
I wish we were meeting under happier circumstances.
We're going to the cafeteria. Would you like to join us?
No, I think I should be with Mom now. Maybe I'll come down later.
Well, I hope you can. There's something we'd like to talk to you about.
Sure.
I'm glad you flew home tonight.
Me too. Franny, could I pass the coffee for you?
Oh, yeah, thanks, Anne. I like that.
You're welcome.
She's lovely. You must be very proud of her.
Yeah, I am.
Where's Margot? Is she working late tonight?
I can see we've got some catching up to do, sis. Margot's gone.
What do you mean?
She left. I don't know where she is. Nobody does. She left me a note. Didn't make any sense. She called and said things were over between us. I should get on with my life. She doesn't seem to realize that she is my life.
Tidal volume.
600 milliliters.
What's the respiratory rate now?
Still 25, no change.
Andy, if you hear me, open your eyes. Andy, can you move your hand? If you try to move your hand, I'll be able to tell that you hear me.
Hi, Andrew. And it's your father? It's Dad, Andrew. I love you, Andrew.
What is that? I think he hears you. Let me talk to him. Son? Son, it's your mom. Your father and I are right here. And we want you to know that we love you very much. Son. Oh, my God, look at him. He's open his eyes.
Andrew.
Honey.
Hey, kid.
How you doing?
Well, considering I've been up for the last 24 hours, not too bad. I gotta tell you, though, there were times last night when I wasn't sure how this was going to wind up.
Thank God Andy's gonna be okay.
Now we have to find out how serious this drinking problem really is.
Kathy said that Andy used to tell her that he felt pressured all the time, so he'd take a drink to relax. Then, as he kept drinking, started cutting himself off from more people, he got increasingly depressed.
Well, as you know, alcohol's a depressant. If he's depressed already, it just makes things worse all the way down the line. I just can't understand why he didn't try to turn to us for help.
Oh, you know, it's hard for kids his age to talk to people. I remember that.
Yeah. That's right, you and Tom had your ups and downs when you were Andy's age, but when a kid gets through it okay, you tend to forget that.
Question is, why did Andy's ups and downs lead to drinking?
We've got to find the answer to that.
Dusty, you have to come out here. The stars look so close, I feel like I reach out and touch one of them.
The stars aren't as beautiful as you are.
Hold it. What are you doing here?
I followed you. I'm gonna follow you wherever you go. We're part of each other.
You shouldn't have come here. It's wrong. I'm here with Dusty, please.
Love isn't ever wrong. Wanting to be with somebody is not wrong. Or have you forgotten what we felt when we were together?
It's over for us. You're married to Emily. I'm with Dusty right now. It just can't be that way.
Don't hand me that. We love each other. We never stopped loving each other. All those nights in Wyoming. I wanted you so much. You know how much it hurt me when I found out that you slept with him?
I love Dusty.
Not like you love me.
No, please. It can't be like this. No, please.
We belong together.
Dusty.
You look surprised. Why would you be?
Hold me. Dusty. Oh.
What?
Just hold me, please. I just had a bad dream.
It's just a dream. It's okay.
I can't believe that alarm went off at 6.
I set it for 6.
Oh, why?
Because we have a big day today, and I wanted to get an early start. That's why.
What's happening today?
Well, for starters, I would like to go and say goodbye to my grandfather before he leaves. And then we have a big strategy meeting with Tonio, remember?
Yeah, I remember. It's going to be a waste of time because we're going to lose the Visconti account anyway.
You know, you're just a big old grouch this morning.
I'm just being realistic.
Well, I happen to like you better romantic like you were last night.
Don't you think it's a little early for that?
I think that you need a shower to wake you up.
I think you're right. So when are you going to be done?
Well, you don't have to wait. Tell me when you're going to start shaving.
Now.
You started without me.
What's so fascinating about watching me shave?
I don't know. I always love to watch men shave. I love to watch my father shave. And you?
James?
No, not James. I love you. I feel so good about everything with us now.
Me too.
You know something?
What?
I think this marriage is really going to work. In bed and out of bed. I love to work with you. I love to learn about your business. And I'm going to be a bigger help to you than you know.
Well, with a partner like Tonio, I'm going to need all the help I can get.
So how do I look?
Very cute.
Are you as happy as I am, Holden?
Do you have to ask?
Yes. Saw you looking at the carriage house last night and this morning.
Dusty and Lily are away. You have nothing to worry about.
You know, I used to worry a lot when you first wanted to buy this condominium and had a perfect view of where they live. But since things are better between us, I don't worry so much anymore.
Well, when we first got into this marriage, there were a lot of secrets, a lot of lies.
Well, no more. It's honesty from now on.
That's the way I want it.
Hey, you know, my grandfather really likes you. That's important to me. I wanted him to like you. Speaking of which, I should finish getting dressed. Would you kind of please make the coffee, because you're better at it than I am?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right.
Well, anyway, Betsy, I would have called you last night, but I knew that you couldn't leave Danny, and I figured somebody in the family should get a good night's sleep. Yeah, well, he's through the crisis now. We just have to figure out why it happened. Oh, great. Kim would love to see you. Yeah, we're in emergency. Okay. All right, bye-bye. Betsy's coming.
I'm glad you're here.
Were you ever going to call me and tell me about Margot?
Well, I kept hoping that she'd come back and there'd be no reason for you to ever know, but I still keep hoping she's going to come back. I can't seem to function without her.
How quickly things change. We're at an anniversary party meeting Andrew's date, and who would have thought we'd be here this morning waiting to see how he's going to do.
Well, Andy's still in pretty rough shape, but you can come in and see him now. He's conscious.
Good luck, darling.
Thank you.
Excuse me. I'll be right back. I was looking for you guys a while ago.
I'm sorry, we went out for a drive after we knew that Andy was going to be all right. We just needed to get some air.
You said you wanted to tell me something?
Yes. The family felt that we ought to be the ones to tell you. We would have called you up in Boston, but figured it was best to tell you in person.
So I'm here now. Tell me. Seth and I are engaged. We're going to be married this summer at the Snyder Farm.
Am I going to be okay?
Yes, I think you're just about out of the woods. You're a very lucky young man.
I don't even know how I got here. Huh? What happened?
Dr. Hughes will be in a minute. He'll explain.
Look, I'll see him if I have to, but I don't want to see anybody else.
You won't be allowed any visitors for a while anyhow, just your mom and dad.
No, I don't want to see my parents.
They've been here all night long.
No, I don't want to see them.
Don't get excited. I'll get Dr. Hughes.
Sweaters by Tony Lambert. Join us tomorrow for the Emmy Award winner, As the World Turns.